Hi friends, this is the demo video session about how to manage your cash and credit sales using Magnolia. In Magnolia we have individual interfaces for handling cash and credit sales. For cash sales, user can use POS or cash sales interface. For credit sales, user can use direct credit invoice, go down dispatch invoice and service invoice based on the type of credit sales. All sales interfaces are available in Shop module. Let's start with POS. For doing cash sales, select Shop. Then take Point of Sale interface. This is the POS interface. Click on New button to make cash sales. POS features the cash sales made by the shop. Multi-currency transaction is possible in cash sales. Currency conversion to the selected account currency is automatically done by the system. For that, select the customer and cash account in the POS interface. There are many options available for fetching the items. That are, using fetch interface, entering the barcode, specifying pattern matching criteria, enter shortcut number like item code, part code etc. After adding the item, save the transaction. Important features handled in POS are sales based on serial number, expiry date, and location arrangement. Loyalty and discount card facility, POS edit or delete history tracking, sales of kit item, list item, multiple item, complimentary and free item. Segment-wise selling price, price list feature, touch POS screen, multiple payment cash and card. After POS, if user want to exchange the bill, he can use Goods Exchange interface. This is the Goods Exchange interface. Goods Exchange transaction is for returning the items purchased through POS. At times, instead of just returning the goods, the customer is able to purchase new things from here. To record such transactions only we use the Goods Exchange interface. Here we have to specify the POS bill number. Select the items being returned and enter the return quantity. If needed, the customer can purchase new items from here. Enter the new item details. After that, click on OK button to save the exchange details. This is all about cash sale and exchange process. Next, go through the types of credit sales and return process in Magnolia. First one is direct invoice for credit sales. This is the credit invoice interface. Credit bill issued to the customer as invoice. A credit bill can be generated from a purchase order by the customer, or directly enter the details in the invoice. Select the customer and enter the item details. Other than the details of the items, we will be having other charges that we need to collect from the customer, that also we can enter. In credit invoice, customer credit limit also handled. In addition to this, all the features mentioned in the POS are also handled here. After entering the details, save the invoice. In some situations, customer returns the goods that he purchased earlier on credit. It may be because of he is not satisfied with the product, or he purchased more than what he needs. In such situations, we need to add the goods returned by the customer to the inventory records as well as give the money we collected while selling the goods back to the customer. We record these types of transactions through goods return interface. This is the interface for goods return. Here select the customer, then select his invoice. After selecting the return item, enter the quantity, then save the transaction. Next is go down dispatch invoice cash or credit. Go down dispatch invoice is raised when the purchases are done at shop, but the goods are physically taken from the go down. It is not that the goods are not available in the shop, but taken from the go down. The shop may have the items only for displaying. In response to the cash sales, the cash invoice is raised, and in case of credit sales, credit invoice is raised. For example, I am demonstrating the go down dispatch invoice for credit sales. This is the interface for go down dispatch invoice, credit. Click on New button, the go down dispatch invoice credit interface will appear. After entering the details, save the transaction. To dispatch the item, go to Go Down, and do Special Dispatch Transaction. Special Dispatch to Shop. Sometimes the goods are taken directly from the Go Down, when the shop does not have enough stock. The shop raises a direct invoice, and the Go Down dispatches the goods directly to the customers. There are cases in which the customer purchases an item from the shops, but actual delivery of goods takes place from the Go Downs. Types of special dispatch invoice returns. Return before dispatch. Sometimes the customer needs to return the goods sold from Go Down dispatch invoice cash or credit transaction. This interface is used when the Go Down dispatch invoice is raised and the invoice is returned before dispatching from the Go Down. Return after dispatch. This transaction is similar to return before dispatch. This transaction is used when the Go Down dispatch invoice is raised for a sale, and the goods are returned after dispatching it from the Go Down. Next is service invoice. The service invoice we give to the customer when the latter utilizes the service provided by our company. This invoice is given to the customer, and based on the invoice, the company receives the payment from the customer. Add the service details and save the invoice. Next is settlements of these invoices. Settlements of these invoices are handled in receipt interface that comes in accounts. This is the receipts interface. Using the receipts interface, the management user is able to generate receipts against the invoices that are prepared for making payments. Receipts can be given to customer, supplier or to others when they do the payment to the company. The customer receipts can be advance receipts or settlement receipts. Advance receipts are given to the customer when he does the payment in advance. Those payments made by the customer, not mentioning the transactions to which it must be settled, are also done as advance payments. Later they are settled settlement receipt when the customer specifies to which it should be accounted for. Settlement means to settle the AC receivables from a customer when he does the payments. While selecting the customer, all the pending invoices are listed and can settle these pending invoices from here. Thank you for watching this video.